This is agenda item F2, settlement agreement with Formosa Wealth Management for stony coral and live rock damage resulting from the October 2nd, 2018 Formosa anchoring within the Kailua Bay zone of Kona Coast Fisheries Management Area, island of Hawaii. I'll hand it over to David Sakota to summarize our submittal.
Thank you, Brian. Good morning, Chair and board members. This submittal arises out of an anchor damage that happened on October 2nd, 2018 off of Kona. It's actually within the Kona Bay area, the Kailua Bay area of the Kona Coast Fisheries Management Area. Our staff did a few surveys of the area. They counted the number of colonies damaged. We have a table in the submittal estimating the proposed fine based on the number of colonies and the size of the colonies damaged. And it came out to about $153,000 penalty for the damaged resources, and then adding on another about $5,000 for the cost of that follow-up investigation. We've tried to work out a settlement with the yacht owner, Formosa Wealth Management, and we've agreed to a settlement, or they've agreed to a proposed settlement of $100,000. We recommend that the board accept this settlement, just considering the difficulties in pursuing this violation against a foreign vessel.
I'm trying to get an idea for the damage, especially to the Porites lobata. You have 316 colonies. Or are we talking, these can be a lot of different sizes. Or what's the typical size we're talking? Are we talking, coconut size? Are we talking sofa size? And how much damage to the colonies?
I'll let Nikki take that question.
Sure, no problem. Most of the lobata colonies within that damaged area were not quite too sofa sized, but they probably were about 1 meter tall and 1 meter wide, some slightly larger than that and some smaller as well. So decent sized colonies for sure.
Meter sized, I'm sorry, I might have said Porites lobata. I meant the Porites compressa, that's the 300.
Oh, sure. Yeah. So the compressa bed was actually quite extensive in that area. So the damage, a lot of the damage actually occurred from the chain of the anchor swinging through the bed. Mm-hmm. So that toppled some lobata colonies, but also caused a lot of damage to the compressa. That area I would estimate to be probably 100 square feet, if not more.
You mean the area of coral that was the Porites coral that was damaged is about 100 square feet in all?
Yeah, let me double check that. But yeah, so the compressor bed was quite extensive. So see in the table that you can see in the submittal, there were multiple colonies listed, ranging in size from 8 meters squared to 22 meters squared.
So the like mound coral, Porites lobata, we have 316 yes. specimens, and yes. about bigger. When we say, how big are those specimens?
Those are probably 1 meter tall, 1 meter wide, some 2 meters, but most of them were around the 1 meter squared size.
And are they knocked off or?
Yeah, a lot of them were toppled over and upside down.
Mm-hmm.
The way that the rule is set up, for per specimen damage for stony coral, it's counted as each colony for single colonies less than 1 square meter, or each square meter for colonies greater than 1 square meter. And so because there were a number of Porites compressa colonies greater than 1 square meter, mm-hmm. We counted per specimen based on the area. But we also recognize that these larger colonies are more valuable. So we assigned for all of those colonies greater than 1 square meter, we assigned a $1,000 per specimen value.
I believe DOBOR contacted them because DOBOR has a specific anchoring area within Kailua Bay. So they were told that they were in the wrong location.
And that was after reports from members of the public that they had been anchored on coral. So the public contacted DAR staff and DOBOR. I believe they contacted DOBOR first, and DOBOR was able to contact the vessel to have them move it further offshore.
Out of curiosity, upon the discovery that this occurred, what was the negotiation or conversations like with Formosa? How would you characterize that kind of discussion?
So from the DOCARE reports and the DAR reports, it sounds like they were very cooperative. The crew didn't realize that they were on coral, and so they took immediate action to lift the anchor and move further offshore.
Why aren't we going after the maximum fine of $153,400 plus admin's fee? What brought that up? You know, I'm thinking, why is $100,000? We're short $58,000. Why aren't we not fining the total as submitted on this table here?
Again, this is a settlement, and we realize it'd be challenging, to prosecute or go after them for the full amount. And so, to save staff time and just everything that it would take to go through a contested case hearing, if it went to that, we're recommending. We feel like $100,000 is a significant amount, and Formosa Wealth Management recognizes the damage that they cause and is willing to settle for that amount. So we feel comfortable recommending that. It's not insignificant. Yeah.
So it's like a slap on the wrist. If I'm thinking about it. I've seen pictures of this ship or boat, whatever you call it, and looking at what Enga put in as far as a testimony, I need to kind of side with her because it makes so much sense. But that's the reason why I asked that question.
I've been a lawyer long enough to know that things are never as simple as they seem, and if things seem a little complicated at the beginning, they're bound to get more complicated as time goes on. It's a significant fine, and I don't think it's letting them off lightly. I am alarmed at the amount of damage done, but it is a significant fine, and I like the fact that we're going to be able to earmark the settlement money for the region impacted.
Thank you. Other comments, board members? Okay, no further comments. I'll call for the vote. All in favor of approving the F2 as submitted, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, any opposed? Sorry, Jimmy, I put you on mute. Are you?
I'm opposing.
Okay, anyone else opposed? Okay, that is 6 in favor and 1 no. Mr. Gomes is voting no. The people voting yes are Oi, Case, Char, Ewan, Gon, and Yoon. Thank you very much.